That was get the ball, Michael. Everybody get the out of the way. Go to the basket.
Michael. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, baby, what a sensational play. Knicks have led by as many as 17.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan. It counts. And the foul. That is one of the moves of the season.
The look away to Livingston. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. What a finish.
And when we come back here on TNT, we're going to get it started. Michael Jordan's conversation with John Thompson. MJ, a winner, a champion, but the bottom line, a competitor.
Have you ever met anyone that you felt was as competitive as you are?
No. I just feel that my competitive drive is far greater than anyone else that I've met.
Featured there. Ernie Johnson back at you from the jam session, and we want to bring Kenny the Jet Smith on here first today as we get started in this salute to Michael Jordan, because you were there in North Carolina when it all got started. His last year was your first year. What was that like?
It was very interesting because obviously he wasn't a player that he became, but you saw all of the qualities that you would want in a player that he had and he possessed, but he coupled them and put them all together when he got to the actual NBA, because I didn't think he was going to be as good as he is now, to be honest. I really didn't think that.
Well, was he a typical college kid, or was there something special? Was he treated with reverence around there on Chapel Hill?
No. Sam Perkins actually was the player everyone idolized at the school. Michael was kind of like a little bit of a second fiddle, because Sam was a 4-year All-American as well. But what I do remember is playing a lot of times in the summer league and in summertime. And we would play game after game after game. And Michael would always, after the game, stand in the middle of the court while everyone would go get water. So we'd come back, he's still there. He'd keep doing that after every game. So one day I was just like, Mike, why are you standing in a half court? He's like, because when everybody's off the court, I want to say that I'm still on the court more than anyone. So I was like, okay, let me stand in half court with Michael now.
Like Mike.
Exactly.
He wanted to be like Mike. What do you say we get this thing started? The conversation between Michael Jordan and John Thompson, the former North Carolina legend and the longtime Georgetown head coach.
You've had a lot of fantastic moments in sports. What's the greatest moment?
I mean, what started everything, you should
Don't say that. Don't say the shot against Georgia.
Yeah, that was the greatest moment, because I think that took me from if I had any doubts about playing on college level or playing with the big guys, that shot gave me the confidence that I belonged where I was, and that it was, if you put your mind to doing whatever you want to do, good things can happen, so before anything else happened with Michael Jordan outside of that game and against you guys, that shot gave me the idea that I could be better than what people think, and I can, surpass any expectations that I may have for myself.
Let me turn it. What's your greatest disappointment in sports?
I haven't had any disappointments. I mean, sports is a tool that teaches, and it teaches you bad things. It can also teach you good things. It's how you perceive those things. I've looked at every experience that I've had, negative and positive, and taken that as a positive. If I wouldn't change anything, because I think it would alter some of the other things that happened. So when I look back, I can't say that I've had any bad things happen. Sure, I mean, you don't want bad things to happen, but you deal with bad things. You can't have good or without bad.
When you look back at your career, particularly in the NBA, when you started off in the NBA, you did a lot of exceptional things yourself individually.
Right.
And then later on, 96, 98, you guys start really winning championships. Right. Evaluate the difference in the two.
Well, I even go back further. I mean, you come out of college, you got a lot of gifted talent and some knowledge from your coach, you know, and when you get to the pros, you have to blend that knowledge as well as your individual talent. And you don't know where you stand. You know, I came into the league thinking I was the last on the totem pole. That was my thinking. I didn't come in thinking I was on top. So I had to work my way past all my teammates, and they're all guys within the league, to prove and establish myself as a basketball player. So, you know, I was gifted, I was talented, you know, I knew how to play the game. I didn't know how to play the game on the professional level. I had to learn that. And it took some years of learning, watching Magic Johnson, watching Larry Bird, see how they can play, you know, impact games when they're not scoring. Or, you know, they score 4 points, they still make the big plays down the stretch. These are things that you learn in the process of maturing in this league, you know. And as I watched, I began to adapt, and I became more complete. You know, I wasn't one-dimensional. The one thing I never wanted to be was one-dimensional. You know, everyone saw me as just a scorer, one-on-one player, but I knew I was better than that. I came from a great program at North Carolina, teach you how to do more than just one thing. You know, so I spent the rest of my career trying to evolve as a player, and when our team got to a point where we can contend, I had to assume a leadership role. I had to, you know, other guys had to step forward, and then when we got to that point where we were winning, all the bases and all the foundation has been built. You know, now it's just a matter, can you mentally get yourself back each time to challenge yourself more so than the opponent, but yourself, to be that hungry each and every time you stepped on the court. That took some evolving over the course of my career. And when I got to that point, I had no doubts that I couldn't win anytime I stepped on the court, or that I couldn't inspire people to win no matter how many times I stepped on the court.
I tell people that from my observation of you, you're one of the most competitive individuals that I've ever seen. I would imagine if you were playing jacks with somebody, you'd want to kill them. Have you ever met anyone that you felt was as competitive as you are?
No. I just feel that, you know, my competitive drive is